budget reconciliation. It's all that people in Congress seem to be able to talk about these days, as Democrats are eager to get another COVID stimulus bill done. But, it's not as simple as some people might want you to believe, and that's why we haven't gotten a stimulus together. But first, I'll be honest, a lot of people kind of were throwing out this budget reconciliation thing without actually saying what it was, and I was like, hey, you should probably explain that a little bit. So basically, budget reconciliation allows Congress to pass things with a simple majority of 50 votes. Democrats have 50 senators in office right now, with Kamala Harris being the tying vote there. Okay, so, but what does that actually mean? What does budget reconciliation actually mean? Well, reconciliation starts with the Congressional Budget Resolution. The budget cannot be stalled in the Senate by filibuster, and it does not need the president's signature. So it can move very fast. If the budget calls for reconciliation, it tells certain committees to change spending revenues or deficits by specific amounts. Each committee writes a bill to achieve its target, and if more than one committee is told to act, the budget committee puts the bill together into one big bill. The bill has a special status in the Senate, like the budget, it cannot be filibustered and only needs to have a simple majority to pass. Wow, that was a lot there. That is a lot of information to try to get down. It's a little complicated, which I kind of get why people didn't take the time to explain it with a lot of the cable news kind of programs that I've watched. But yeah, that's it in a nutshell. Budget reconciliation. Basically, very simply, if there are things that are, based depending on the budget, right? If it is a revenue-based thing, you can pass legislation with this budget reconciliation process and avoid having to get that 60 vote thresholds that Democrats usually need. And that brings me to the next question: is why does this mean Democrats have full reign of Congress? They can do whatever they want? Well, not exactly. And I've seen a lot of folks on YouTube who make it sound very, very simple. That they're very angry that we don't have the stimulus package done yet because they haven't just done it through budget reconciliation. But again, it's not exactly that simple. First of all, there's no actual guarantee that the Democrats will have enough votes for their COVID stimulus bill. West Virginia Senator Joe Manchin has said that he is not ready to support Biden's stimulus package, especially those direct payments to Americans. He says he wants something more targeted, and that's been a big holdup. And, it's not the first time, going to this process, even though it might seem like one party has the votes, it's not always clear cut. It's not always that simple.
Thumbs down, but Arizona Senator John McCain shook up the Senate in a late night vote. That no vote shut down Republican attempts to repeal Obamacare.
That was then Arizona Senator John McCain giving the thumbs down and saving Obamacare by one vote. I'm sure Republicans didn't see that coming. And so one of the reasons why there's been this stall for this COVID bill is that, honestly, Democrats just don't have the votes to just ram it through. I guarantee just push that legislation through. They simply don't have the votes to guarantee it. Also, Biden himself could be a problem in this process. Sorry, a little mispunch there. He wants a unified Congress and wants to pass bipartisan legislation. He doesn't want to start his presidency off by jamming a $1.9 trillion bill down Republicans' throats. Now, if the shoe was on the other foot, Republicans would absolutely have already done that, and they would have passed the stimulus bill weeks ago. But Democrats, unfortunately, always seem to find a way to not get things done as quickly when they're in office. It is the 27th right now, so Biden has only been president for 7 days, and it seems like a lot of people are upset that he hasn't done everything yet. Especially I've seen folks, I saw some folks on Twitter who were complaining that he hasn't done anything on policing yet, and I'm like, he's only been in office for a week. Give it some time. So hopefully they will eventually get this done. Biden has been getting a bipartisan group of senators to chat about the legislation to see if he can get it through with bipartisanship to start off his legislative agenda. But we'll see. I thought it would happen a little bit ago. I'm a little worried it might take a little bit longer, but yeah. Anyway, that's a little nutshell on budget reconciliation.
Hey, what's going on, everyone? Thank you so much for watching Citizen Pete. I really appreciate it. If you haven't already, click that little subscribe button, maybe the like button, and hey, maybe just leave a comment. You know, I want to know what you're thinking. What do you think about all the politics, the news, and all the stuff that's going on in our country?